Hi everyone, it's Genevieve with GenevieveMari.com, and today I want to welcome you to the very first video of a brand new series that I put together in the hopes of helping people get to know my secret weapon, which is OptimizePress. And so this new series is basically called the Mission Possible series, your new secret weapon to building a successful online business. And the reason I felt that it was something important to put together was because of the number of emails or Facebook messages that I was receiving from different people who had various questions about OP. And also because I wanted to address the fact that there's a lot of misconception out there about OptimizePress, many of which is coming from quote unquote course experts or membership site experts who are just really out there giving bad advice on what can and cannot be done with OptimizePress. So because I've been using it to build my business basically from the ground up, I really wanted to share with others how I utilized it and how it enabled me to grow as an entrepreneur and to sort of open up your eyes to the possibilities that are or that come with a tool such as OptimizePress. So basically what I want to do today in this video, I'm not going to dive into any sort of tech tips or demonstrations on how to build anything just yet, because my goal is to really kind of like ease you into this. And so every new video that's going to come out in the series is going to address something very specific. So one video will be on landing pages, the other will be on sales pages. We're going to cover webinar registration pages, sales funnels, launch funnels, all sorts of things, just so that you can really wrap your head around the greatness that is OptimizePress. Now, of course, it's not for everyone, and I completely recognize that, and I'm okay with that. But for my purposes, it's so far it's exactly what I've needed in my business, and for the majority of my clients, it was exactly what they needed. So in today's video, as a broad overview of what's to come, I wanted to just give you a bit of a back end look at OptimizePress. And the reason why I want to do this today and address this in this video is because I want to debunk some of the misunderstandings that exist in the online world, in online forums about OptimizePress. Now, sometimes you might Google information and you might read negative things about it. Oftentimes, these are negative experiences that people have had because they didn't know what they were getting themselves into when they purchased OptimizePress, and they assumed before, or they didn't do their research before purchasing it. So, I mean, I don't want to, put words in somebody else's mouth, or, I mean, I can't know exactly what happened in all instances, but here's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing people call it a plugin. Well, it is a plugin, but it's also a theme. I've had people ask me what it looks like as a theme. But see, this is the thing. OptimizePress is not your typical theme. OptimizePress has to be looked at or thought of more or less as a tool belt filled with tools. And so your WordPress site is kind of like the human body that the tool belt would go around. So when you put your tool belt on, you don't have a house that's built yet. You don't have anything, but you have the capacity to build it because you've got the tools with you. So this is what OptimizePress is all about. So in today's video, we're going to look at the back end of a regular business site, my own, and we're going to look at the back end of a course site, which is also mine, just so that you can get an idea of what it is to work with OptimizePress, what sort of theme is it, how does it work as a theme on your site or as a plugin, and we're just going to kind of like explore the landscape that is OP once it is installed on your WordPress site. So I've got two screens open. I've got my course dashboard and my business site dashboard. And my business site, some of you might have seen it already. Others might be discovering me for the first time today. Hey, nice to meet you. So this is basically my business site. It's a site that I put together. it's nothing. I didn't use a designer or anything like that. I did it all by myself. And one of the reasons why I did that is because I really want to show people the what one can do with OptimizePress paired up with Canva, PicMonkey, things that are low budget and available to everyone. And so I have my menu up here with my different pages, and as you can see, all my pages have basically the same look. They've got the same kind of colors, the same opt-in across the pages. I've got a work with me page as well. Same look. This one has a background to the page. A join my community page. So everything that you would normally find on a regular website. And then you've got my course site, which I have to pull up on the screen differently because it's under restricted access. So if we look at my welcome page, again, you can see that this is a course page where all the modules are accessible via, the click of a mouse, the private community, my recordings, contact me, and I've got my menu. So these are all pages that I built from scratch. Now let's go back to the dashboards and look at what happens when you work with OptimizePress. So if you've worked with WordPress before, you're obviously very familiar with this screen. Now, what a lot of people don't get with OptimizePress, whether you use it as a theme or a plugin, it doesn't come with a preset layout. So OptimizePress is really, like I said before, it's really a tool belt with tools that you use to create your site, your landing page, your sales page, your webinar registration page, your launch funnel, your eCourse, your membership site. Okay. And so once you've installed the theme or the plugin, doesn't matter, you will have OptimizePress here appear on your dashboard. And when you want to build pages with OptimizePress, normally with WordPress, you would go to pages, and add new. With OptimizePress, because remember, it's your tool belt and toolkit, so it is the page builder. You are using it to build pages within WordPress. Therefore, you must always go to create new page. And when you click on create a new page, this is where you have access to a whole bunch of templates that you can use. So they're out of the box templates that you can basically just swap the content for yours, swap the images for yours and use as is, or that you can customize to look and feel exactly how you want them to feel and look. And it's simple. It's I don't want to say it's child's play because there is a learning curve to OptimizePress, but it's not a difficult concept to understand. So when you get to create a new page, you can either work from a blank page, or if you know you're building a landing page and you want to use a template, you can just click on opt-in/landing pages and it'll take you there. If you're building a sales page, a webinar page, any of those things, you just click directly on that section and it will redirect you to a section that has templates. Now, some of these come free with OptimizePress. Some of these, like this one is one that I've made. Some of these I've obtained through Clubhouse because I'm a Clubhouse member. Therefore, with my OP, when I purchased OP, I also subscribe to their Clubhouse membership, which gives me access to many more templates if I wanted to, and other benefits. But then there's also the marketplace that you can click on, and this takes you to a basic a marketplace where you can purchase templates and icons and all sorts of stuff to use with your site. However, as I said before, you can build from a blank page, and basically if you use a blank page to build your site or your page or whatever it is that you want to build, you are starting off with a blank slate and you just build your page as you want. So OptimizePress does not have a preset layout as most themes would be. When you are working with elegant themes, you can go in and choose a theme. They call it theme, but in reality, it should really be called a template, which is kind of like a child theme to the main theme, With OptimizePress, that's not the case. OptimizePress is your platform and your tools, and what you do with your pages is completely up to you. And so you build your pages using rows, and you also use what's offered to you here on the left to customize the look of your page. So your colors, your typography, if you wanted to add code, all this stuff. So it's all in here. So it's really, really straightforward. But as I've mentioned before, and this is something that I have to keep repeating to so many people that approach me, is that no, OptimizePress is not like your other themes that come with a preset layout. So for instance, this theme here, 2014, you've got a sidebar on the right. You've got, a sort of, well, this one is easier to explain. You've got your sidebar to the left. You've got, a grayish sort of background. You've got a white section for your text. You've got the image above it. This one seems to work with like this idea of rows, one on top of the other. So these are kind of preset. They're custom built for you, and you just plug in your content. OptimizePress is not like that. It's really a page builder, and it has to be thought of in that way. So this is the back end of my business site, but as you can see, if I look at the back end of my course site, it's exactly the same. Nothing has changed. You build your course and you build your membership and you build your business site or your blog in the exact same way as you would, regardless of which you were building. It's the same principle. You go to create new page, you decide what kind of page you want to build, and based on what it is that you are building, you have access to different elements. So for instance, when I'm building on my white page, if I need an opt-in box, I use the opt-in box element. If I need a purchase now button, I use the button element or the membership order element. It all depends on my end goal. So when you are dealing with OP, this is the sort of things that you need to have in mind. These are the things that you need to sort of have an idea about, because it will help you customize the way in which you will use OptimizePress. So if you want to use it to build a sales page, you know that you have templates, you know that you could design it beforehand and build it completely from the ground up. If you're building a membership site, then again, you can use templates. There's a ton of templates available for membership sites, from course templates to membership templates, because they differ, right? A membership site doesn't always address the same needs that an online course site would address. You've got learners that require things perhaps that, membership subscribers might not. And again, the building of these pages is exactly the same. What differs with the membership and the eCourse pages is in the settings. So once you're done building the pages, how you go back in and control the access to these pages based on, who's purchased, who hasn't, if you're allowing free access, and so on and so forth. So really, this is the back end of OptimizePress. You've got your dashboard. In your dashboard is where you do a lot of the integration with your email marketing services. If you've got a Facebook app ID, if you want to put Google Analytics, and of course there's global settings that you can set. You don't have to, because you can set them all at the page level as well. If you've got an affiliate link, you would put it here. If you have CSS that you want to add like globally to the site, you do it here as well. It's really kind of straightforward once you dive in and you start to play with it. And lastly, the benefit of purchasing OptimizePress, which comes both as a theme and a plugin, is that you also get the Optimize Member plugin, which is your membership plugin, for free, or included in that price, I should say. And again, in that plugin, in the general options, is where you go and you complete the integration with your payment gateway. And if you want your subscribers or your purchasers to become subscribers to your mailing list, there's a secondary integration that you do here. This is where you set your membership levels or packages. This is where it all happens. This is the heart of it. But ultimately, whether you're building a business site, a blog, or an eCourse or membership site, the building aspect of using OP is exactly the same. So I hope this was informative. I hope I didn't kind of go over your heads. You're always welcome to comment on these videos. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see there's a nice little area for you to comment. Or you can always reach out to me in my my Facebook group, which is open to everyone. So if you're not part of this community yet, please come in and join. You can find me at facebook.com/groups/optimizeyourcourse. And of course, you can always visit my website. There's a contact me form that you can fill out if you want to reach me privately. But I'd love to hear your feedback on whether or not this was informative, if I forgot to cover something, if this brought up questions for you. Please share. People will learn from your questions. And I promise I read everybody's comments all the time. I love interacting with anybody that has anything to say in regards to what I'm trying to share here and what I'm trying to teach with you. So thank you for listening. And like I said, scroll down, share your comments. I look forward to reading them.